mountain bike more. And I'm on my way to Limestone Canyon. 2, 1. We begin the race, and almost immediately we find ourselves in Limestone Canyon. It's going to take us about 7.5 minutes before we get to our next trail, and this is where most of the action occurs because we're just figuring out our order and who wants to go fast and who's in the middle and who's in the back. This is also where we start to catch people from the previous groups who had earlier starts. So there's a lot that goes on Limestone. The overall race takes about 2 hours. It's 2 laps, and not the same 2 laps, but some similarities. And it's about 3,700 vertical feet, depending on what you're looking at for your information. For this video, I'm just gonna try to show you the highlights, where there's traffic, where I make mistakes, and just kind of keep it interesting because there's quite a bit that goes on in the first lap. For this race, I had heard it was mainly fire roads, so I added pressure to my fork and to my shock and also to my tires, which I later regretted. Other than that, it's my cross-country bike, tried and true, Specialized Epic, and it worked great for this race, except one time I threw the chain. I was stoked to see that Dripping Springs was part of the race. I thought it was all fire road and Dripping Springs was anything but fire road. It was beautiful and gorgeous. I didn't notice much of it because I was racing, but it was an awesome little trail here. And it just goes up and up and up and up. So it was very slow going. It took about 15 minutes to get up to the end of it. So we're going to fast forward or skip through some of this stuff because 15 minutes is a pretty long time to watch people's butts.
And the last one. Uh-huh. All right, one more.
At this point in the race, I'm starting to second guess my choice of trying to ride this at a race pace. This hill's killing me, and I'm realizing I don't know if I have it to really push for the whole thing.
I'm going to take you on the right.
After the Dripping Springs climb, we end up on Loma Ridge. Loma Ridge is up and down, almost all fire road, and it took over 15 minutes. And this was a trail where you got a chance to pass people who you were stuck behind, and also you had to test whether you could ride fire road fast. Now this is also where I regretted pumping up my tires, because as you see, I go off and hit a bush and laugh a little bit, but it was all good. It was all about having fun.
Good? Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Sorry, man. Mile 3 and mile 8, I think. Oh, walk a few miles. I think it may be, I think mile 12 or 13 is the next one after 10. I'll tell them.
Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. It's embarrassing.
I would have done the same thing if I was across. After Loma Ridge, we're back on Limestone Canyon, and it's pretty much a little bit downhill and just fire road, pedal, 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 pedal for about 5 minutes. Not much action, but it's nice to go fast and not scare yourself around the softest corners, and it was a good little time.
I'll let you hit the bushes this time. Come on, Jane.
Now Raptor is where my GoPro finally dies. And I'm kind of glad it did, because you don't see me not making a downhill right-hand corner where I have to dismount my bike. But it takes about 10 minutes, single track most of the way. And it goes up the ridge and across, and there's actually some riding that you have to do. Really fun, really cool. GoPro died.
Yeah. I can tell I haven't been riding fire roads the way I was all over the place.
If you want to see more action from the race, an unedited version will be posted on YouTube. There's a link up in the corner and one in the description. But I will warn you, there's a lot of butts and heavy breathing.
Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe, and as always, leave me comments. If you see him on the trail, yell, "More!" And if you want more details about the Limestone race, I do have a link in the description to the full video until my camera died. It was long. I got to give credit to those racers who were in the open class that just dominated. So great job out there to everybody. It was a blast. Limestone Canyon's awesome. Still don't know what place I got. In the end, it was a whole lot of fun.
Mountain bike more. Ride more. Subscribe. Laugh more.
Like. Crash more. Comment.
Crash more. Comment.